Hey, Benito Turf 7 back again in another video this time. Now, this is gonna be the last video game update for this year. For this year of 2017, and boy, what a year for video game collecting. Now this one's for real, cause this one is a doozy. And this is actually my biggest project I had to get to, and that's going through the months worth of games I buy. Yeah, just say, okay, what did you buy? Well, that's what you have to find out, cause in the next part of it, that's what I'm gonna show you. But I have the guys on Discord too. So they're gonna say, okay, bye. And okay, how many did you buy? Well, that. I have to bring up the status for that. But before we do this, frequently asked questions about the last video game update. Now first up, you guys is gonna ask me is why am I holding out from September to November? Why? Now in the last video about my video announcement of what's going on, I've been with the illness that's been holding me off, and with schedule from Burger King I also did bowling. I forgot to say about my last video I also did my bowling, in which I'm waiting for the end of this month to see what did I win on regionals. So that's my last thing I need to see is what did I win and all that. But honing up from September is that I want to see of how many games I'm gonna buy from the period of from September to November, in which I've actually now know why. I'm trying to find out a lot of good games and finding some games that I need for those time periods. Yeah, it's hard to find on some of them, but you know. And I'm actually seeing on most other YouTubers on their game pickups, they have like some big hole or some with medium sized hole, and then you got that one with the largest hole of games. And I thought, why not set a bar and raise it high? And on some of them, they actually, in some were intriguing, and some of them influenced me to get the games. So that's why. And if you actually notice on my Twitter account, I took a picture on the games I bought from Goodwill from National Video Game Day. I bought the games from Goodwill, and I will show it to you in the next part, which is going to be the final update. But that's why. You want to know? Now you know. So which month has the biggest collection of games? Ooh, that's October. Because October, that's a lot of games. Because on the October, when we went out with the family to try cities, we stopped by a lot of good stores. I went to my store, went to GameStop too at the mall, bought some good games. Actually bought some Wii games and a Wii U game. But anything else between I need to get. Did I buy the games that are bad? One or probably two, but all of that. There's some great games. In total for the update. That would be in the status. In the status. In the status. Games for the year. That would be the same. And what was the most games bought? Oh gosh. The most games? It's the console with the most games, and for the first time I will bring that shit up. I'm going to push you guys down. Alright, there we go. Now, the status. If you actually see on the status, yeah, there is a lot. For the video game update, for the end video game update, that is a lot. So I bought 6 Toy 2600s, 8 NES, 1 should be 2 Game Boy, 7 Super NES, 7 and 64 games, 3 Game Boy Color games, 16 GameCube, 7 Game Boy Advance, 11 Wii, 5 Wii U, 12 Switch games, which I've been keeping on with the Switch so far this year, 1 Sega Master System game, 2 Genesis, 5 Game Gears, 1 Sega CD, 1 Sega Saturn games, 10 PS1 games, 40 PS2 games. That's now which bringing my PS2 total to over 300 games. That's a lot. 11 PS3, 3 PSP games, which is sitting on my locker right there. Actually, kinda tilt down one on my bed. From here down to here, I've been using the PSP games because my brightness. There we go. Yeah, I'm fixing this. There we go. With the PSP games I've got, 3 of them actually helped me. Because I got alarm clock, which I got this, the bed I'm still sleeping in is a very tall bed. But I've been using this bed as a desk. I don't know why. And sometimes I can't see the alarm clock, and I can't see what time. So when I turn over, I had to see what time, and then I'd be like, okay, I know time I'm back to sleep. But the PSP games I found actually help me with the height adjustment so I can see perfectly. And it's also a really great place. Actually, it's a really great place so I can just turn over and sleep, and then and that's also a alarm clock, so I've been getting up with it pretty much. But yeah, anyway, that's the PSP games I've been buying so I can help with my sleeping part. Let me see, about 3 PS3, 40 Xbox games. Huh. Would you believe it? 40 of them tied the record with the most games between that and the PS2. Which is wow. 20... Is it 20? 2360 games, 9 Xbox One. That's including the one I showed you in the last one we were on Jeopardy. And 21 PC games. In which I've done this over again. Had to buy me a new rack. And that's where all the PC games goes, and there's some more over there. That's why. That's a lot, like. That's a lot too on the. That's a lot on the PC games too. So there is gotta be a lot in the collection. The last video game update I did was July 2nd, so this is on how many games I bought for the month, so the remaining months. Which is the end of July, I bought 33 more games on that. 31 for August, 52 for September, 80, which is the biggest for November, and the second biggest is this month's. But that's for this month and this year. Look down below. I really set the bar and I shattered not one, but 2 records this year. The total games from the update, totaling games from last year was at 63 games, which the head scratcher was the ET for the Atari 2600. Last year's record was at 63. This year, 249. And that's gonna be either 1 or 2 more parts out of fit. So right now, the record, I shattered it. Last year's grand total was at 500. It was at 522. Then I forgot there's one more game I had to edit. That's 523. This year, 553. I shattered the record by 30 games this year. That's making my whole entire game collection to nearly at 2,500 games in total. So why should be right in that corner mark? And that's a lot. 553 shattered by 30. So yeah, there you go. Wow. And that's gonna be what you're gonna see, cause in the next part of it, well, cause this video is gonna be Frankly Asked plus status. The next video you're gonna see is the last video game update, which is the biggest, maybe the longest. The longest one. 1, 2 parts. And that's where it's all gonna be ending on a very good high note. And that is the biggest one. And it's gonna get me to about 1 or 2 hours to get it already. So I am really on my... And this is gonna be my final project too of the year. Ugh. That's really gonna be my project, just to get everything ready, cause I had to make sure. Cause I had to read what I did last night before I got Asnon and after Asnon. I had to write down the entire list again, so I can mark off which games I need to get. Cause if I get a different game which is I've already shown, yeah. I don't want that to happen. I just want to make sure I get the full count, make sure that's right. Cause that's gonna take me about probably 2, maybe 3 hours. And then it's gonna take me about 2, 3 hours just to put it back. But it won't be that long. So, I don't know. I want to see how well this holds up. So in the next video, which is the update. The biggest one they could ever think of. Imagine how many games. Question is, what games did I buy? You need to find out. Cause when we come back, well when I get back, I'll have the guys with me to the biggest update of the year. So you're all there for that.